So I'm the chief executive, which means that in principle I'm responsible for everything that goes on. That's a simple way of putting it, and no 2 days are the same. And clearly, through the strange times that we currently live, I, like everybody else, have been working from home some of the time. I don't live in Edinburgh, I live down in Devon, so quite a gap. I took over under these difficult circumstances. There is no normal yet. So the tattoo is the greatest show on earth. People regard it as being quite a traditional sort of military display, and it's much, much more than that. It's a blend of multicultural exuberance. It's a synthesis of sort of excitement, creativity, light, colour, dance, music. The tattoo is the one for you. When I was a child, I used to go to circuses, and my mother would have to tie me down afterwards because I would insist on doing a double back somersault off the top of the stairs. Well, the tattoo creatively is that. Well, one of the most important purposes is charitable, and people lose sight of the fact because it's such a big extravaganza, and it's very professionally run by very committed and disciplined people. But its purpose is to raise money for good causes, and some of those are military, and some of those are creative. You know, we put a lot of support and money into the creative traditional arts in Scotland. So, you know, that's the principal aim. It fosters creativity. It is also an iconic brand. It's interesting, particularly this year, to watch a succession of things that make Britain cancelled, troublingly so. And whether it's the Chelsea Flower Show or Wimbledon or the Edinburgh Festival, the things that sort of, which benchmark and punctuate our year, well, the tattoo is one of those. So I can't say I was a Marine, I are a Marine. It's the present tense thing. And I joined for 4 years and stayed for 34 because it was good to me and for me. The brotherhood of the shared ideal and ordeal. So I was a round peg in a round hole. People were very, very surprised when I became a general, but nobody more surprised than me. So, yes, and I finished working in Washington, DC as the British Defence Attaché, managing the military relationship between Britain and America under the Obama administration. So fascinating. So the involvement of the military, we are the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo, and I talked about the fact that in some respects, public perception around that can be a bit constraining. An element of authenticity. You want to see warriors marching with their pipes. There's something powerful about men and women who have done the hard yards, who, you know, wear proudly their medals, and they march as soldiers and Marines march, or airmen, and so we're very conscious of the fact that our lineage, stretching proudly back over 7 decades, is very much lodged in that. The military started this in the 50s to breathe hope and energy back into a country which was still struggling after the Second World War. So we do feel that connection strongly. Opportunity and importance of dialogue with other countries and speaking peace unto nation. They see the tattoo as the most valuable and important opportunity they have to do just that, to use the tattoo as a sort of instrument for dialogue with their partners that they have. So it's very symbiotic. It's a very symbiotic relationship, and one which we value greatly. The military and the heads of all the various arms of the military come each year, regard this as an immensely important opportunity. The military have allies and partners and relationships and stakeholders, and they entertain using the tattoo as a vehicle, the most important vehicle they have. The tie-in between the Scottish regiments, the Scottish tradition, the tartan, the pipes, the military, resonates right across the world still. And at the end of the tattoo, as 500 pipers and drummers march out through the 2 sluices off the esplanade playing Black Bear and yelling their heads off. It's so loud you can feel your internal organs vibrate. And if you have a scintilla of Scottish blood in you, I defy you not to feel your hair standing on end. I have strong Scottish lineage. My grandfather grew up in a castle on the Black Isle, and my mother was a Fleming, a sept of the Murrays of Atholl. And I can trace my Scottish family back to 1127, and she was an immensely proud Scot. She was my greatest cheerleader always, and she would be very pleased and proud that I was doing this now.